Welcome to my vodcast seminar on teacher leadership. My name is Prithpal Singh, and in this presentation, I will provide definitions from the literature, outline examples of teacher leadership in practice, critically assess its strengths and limitations, examine barriers and enablers, and reflect on why this leadership model resonates with me. I will also connect these ideas with my own leadership style and strengths as a future teacher. Teacher leadership expands the concept of leadership beyond principals and administrators. It recognizes the everyday ways teachers enact leadership through mentoring, professional collaboration, and advocating for students. Research and policy increasingly emphasize teacher leadership as a cornerstone of sustainable school improvement. It builds stronger professional learning cultures, drives peer growth, and creates positive school environments where mentoring and innovations can thrive. Scholars have defined teacher leadership in overlapping but distinct ways. York, Barr, and Duke describe it as teachers influencing colleagues and schools beyond their own classrooms. Katzenmeyer and Moeller stresses leadership both inside and outside the classroom. Wiener and Campbell highlight the collaborative and peer-driven aspects, while Gilmus and colleagues connect teacher leadership to distributed leadership. Taken together, these definitions highlight teacher leaders as advocates, innovators, and mentors who guide collective improvement and foster meaningful change. Teacher leadership is rooted in distributive leadership theory, where influence is shared rather than centralized. Leith Wood and Rale describe leadership as a process of social influence, aligning with teacher collaboration. Barker critiques industrial top down models as outdated, positioning teacher leadership as relational and democratic. This model closely aligns with professional learning communities in which teachers take responsibility for mentoring, collaboration, and school improvement. In Australia, the Mentoring Beginning Teacher program studied by Hudson and Hudson illustrates teacher leadership. Experienced teachers mentor early career colleagues guided by the Australian Professional Standard for Teachers. Both mentors and mentees benefit from the experience. Mentors refine their practice, while mentees gain confidence. This case demonstrates how teacher leadership enhances retention and builds professional capacity without requiring formal administrative positions. Globally, teacher leadership manifests in diverse ways. Thornton describes New Zealand programs where mentoring builds leadership capacity in early childhood education. In the United States, teachers have played central roles in leading curriculum reform. Harris shows how distributive leadership in the United Kingdom supports school improvement. Despite contextual differences, these examples demonstrate a consistent reliance on shared vision, collaboration, and reflective practice. Teacher leadership is characterized by collaborative teamwork and peer mentoring. It involves reflective professional dialogue where teachers challenge and support each other to improve practice. Teacher leaders often advocate for student needs, bringing authentic classroom insights to decision making. They also lead innovations in pedagogy and curriculum, supporting colleagues in experimenting with new approaches. The strengths of teacher leadership are wide ranging. It contributes to positive collaborative school cultures where teachers feel supported. Hudson and Hudson found it improves retention, particularly among early career teachers. By distributing responsibility, teacher leadership sustains professional learning communities, while its impact on students is indirect. Stronger teacher collaboration inevitably supports better student outcomes. It also encourages teachers to take ownership of collective improvement. However, teacher leadership faces challenges. Many teachers balance leadership roles with full teaching loads, creating workload pressures. Recognition and incentives are often limited, reducing motivation. Without training, mentoring roles may not achieve their potential. In schools with rigid hierarchies, teacher leadership can face resistance. These challenges, combined with risks of burnout, show the need for systemic support. Barriers include systemic constraints, hierarchical traditions, and a lack of resources or authority for teachers to lead effectively. Yet research shows clear enablers, supportive principles, collegial trust, structured mentoring programs, and recognition of teacher leadership roles. When these conditions are met, teacher leadership thrives and produces lasting cultural change. I chose teacher leadership because it resonates with my collaborative and relational strengths. I value mentoring and supporting peers through dialogue. I see leadership not as holding authority, but as working collectively towards shared goals. This aligns with my personal vision of teaching as both an individual and a communal profession. In my future role, I aspire to contribute to positive school cultures by embodying teacher leadership in practice. In conclusion, teacher leadership is an essential model for sustainable school improvement. Its strengths lies in collaboration, mentoring, retention, and school culture, but challenges such as workload and recognition remain. The success of teacher leadership depends on systemic support and enablers like collegial trust and supportive leadership. Personally, this model aligns with my leadership style and values, reinforcing my belief in teaching as a collective, collaborative profession. These are the references that provide the foundation for my vodcast and highlight the strong theoretical and practical basis for teacher leadership as a model of educational leadership.